So the problem is that people like to feel comfortable. They don't like change. So they don't want their life to be changed. No, that can't be real. I can't, my life is so easy and so simple, and I don't want to think about things. I just want to be told what to think and told what to do and stuff like that. It's like an addiction. You're addicted to the movies, you're addicted to the music, so you want it to keep coming. So you don't want to believe these people that are involved are bad for you, and they're not really movies and everything. You don't want to believe that it's not in your best interest. It's all for me. They're just making this for me to enjoy life.
Yeah.
But if you weren't watching Netflix, weren't listening to all this garbage on the radio, and weren't listening, even like podcasts and all that, they're great to listen to, but do something while you listen to them. Go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a bike ride, do something while you're doing it. But they want you to just sit around eating snacks all day, getting fat, getting depressed, getting sad about your life, getting worried about this happening.
Club,
like getting drunk, do your drugs and stuff like that, so you lose all inhibition, so you do things that you blame later, that it was a mistake. I was drunk. I didn't mean to get you pregnant. No, it's not a mistake, man. You chose to get drunk. You chose to have sex. You chose to have a baby. That's just, there's no mistake. I don't believe there's a mistake in most things in life at all. No matter what, you made the choice. If I'm walking along the street and part of a building falls on top of me, I chose to be in that position at that time. It's always a choice. So they're just giving you the excuses to not be a good person, to where you're not trying to help somebody out, not trying to help your community, and not trying to help yourself. And that's the problem, is if you don't help yourself, you can't help the next person. You can't help your community. So when they isolate everybody like they're doing right now, stay in your house, watch Netflix, stay in your house, listen to this music, watch this movie, don't go out of your house because this is out there, you're going to have to get the needles in order to go outside anyways. They're just trying to keep you segregated so that you distance yourself from everybody. Look, North America was crazy now. Before, in the past, like in the 70s and 80s, in North America, you could go down the street and everybody's door was open. The majority of people left their doors open because they felt safe. Now everybody blocks everything. Their window curtains are drawn, the blinds are drawn, half the lights are off. They don't even want you to know they're home. They're afraid of confrontation. They're afraid of people being around them. When somebody knocks on the door, they're like, what do you want? What are you doing here? Who are you? They're not friendly at all. Like, you don't see anybody walking the streets, walking their dogs very often. Back when I was a kid, there was hundreds of kids on the street. We were skateboarding. We were in the middle of the road jumping off ramps. There was people sitting on their front porches talking and having fun, barbecues all over the place. You barely ever see that anymore. So you have to get that in your head to why they're pushing that onto everybody, because it's creating this environment that where you're depressed, you're sad, you're alone, you don't feel like you have supports around you. And that's what they want. They want you to feel like your support is the TV, the radio, the songs, and social media is your support. Most people, when they're sad, they feel like going on social media is going to help because they can look at other people's sad lives. But then you relate to those sad lives, and that makes you feel bad. And then the odd time, you'll catch that guy who's living a great life, and you feel even worse because, oh my God, that guy's got $1 million and he's traveling all over the world and he's fucking all these hot chicks.
And most likely he's faking it too.
Yeah, that's the problem too. A lot of these guys are liars. And that's the thing. It's just like Hollywood. It's just a movie. So a lot of these people are just lying, and they're trying to make you feel guilty or bad about the things that you're doing in your life. But you should know yourself what's wrong in your life. If you don't know what's wrong in your life, I can't help you. You should be able to sit back and say, I don't do enough to help myself be healthy. I don't do enough to be positive. I don't study enough to make myself more intelligent to understand the ways of life.
Yeah.
You know, saying you went to school doesn't make you intelligent. That just makes you indoctrinated. There's a difference. So intelligence comes from experience. It doesn't come from a book.
Yeah.
So,
hey man, I don't know. See, you can teach people as much as you can, but only maybe 2% we understand and get it. But the rest is just no, blah, 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 until it's too late.
But you just proved it.
I know.
There's one shepherd and hundreds of sheep.
Yeah.
The 1% own all the money, the rest follow.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I mean, are you going to be part of the 1%? No. But do you have to follow? No, you don't. So, everybody wants to be part of the 1%, but why? The 1% are the ones who control the world and doing all this bad to the world and destroying the world. Why do you want to be part of the 1%? Just be you. Be a good person. Be good for the community. Help people. Help yourself. Be a better person in general. And that you'll see. So, you look at all the monks that live in the mountains where there's nobody around. Their lives are perfect to them because they don't have any stresses. They don't have any problems. They just live their life according to their beliefs and their soul feels good and they're happy with their lives. They don't need they don't need a Lamborghini to be happy. They're just happy that they're alive and they're living good and they feel good. So yeah, the more stress, the more problems. The more money, the more problems. The more money, the more stress.
Yeah.
All of it becomes a problem, and that becomes a health issue too. Because if you can't deal with all that stuff, the more money you have, the more stress you get. Well, since you got money, you might as well buy pills to deal with your stress, and now you're going to have health issues. But you got money, so you can pay for your health issues, and you can keep that going for a long cycle, but you're just masking the problem. You're not really creating any better life for yourself. Just covering it up with Band-Aids until after a while you run out of Band-Aids, or the sore underneath gets so big, you're not going to be able to
So
survive.
basically, the whole point is just, it's a choice, right?
It's all choice.
Listen,
Everything's choice.
Everything's there. The information is there. If you don't believe us, if you don't believe James, if you don't believe anything, just the information is there. It's free. It's up to you now. It's choices.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, you can look at sexy girls on the internet, or you can look at ways to find healthy food to make yourself healthy enough and fit enough and desirable enough that you would want to date you, so that these girls may see you as a worthy adversary in their life as well. They want somebody that's going to help them lead a better life.
Yeah.
If you can't lead yourself a better life, they're not going to bring you on board to bring them down. So you can be an anchor,
There we go.
or you can be a sail. It's up to you.
That's it.
Hold the boat back or push the boat forward. It's all up to
All right, guys, that's it for the music and life lessons. If you listen, that's up to you. If you didn't listen, hey, game is game. It's up to you. Choices. Peace.